The NCAA sponsors 90 national championships in 24 sports across 3 divisions each year. We cheer for the nearly 500,000 student athletes in the game and in the classroom. For more information or to find a championship near you, visit ncaa.com. The NCAA thanks our corporate champions, AT&T, Capital One, and Coca-Cola, and our corporate partners, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Geico, Ray Clips, Home Depot, Intuit TurboTax, Invesco QQQ, LG, Marriott, Nissan, Pizza Hut, Reese's, Ritz, Samsung Galaxy, Unilever, and Wendy's. Their support enhances NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. The NCAA thanks official equipment suppliers Fiskars, Gilman Gear, Pearl Lacrosse Balls, and Smitty Officials Apparel for their support of NCAA championships. Their contributions help enhance the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. Do you plan to play college sports? Visit ncaa.org/playcollegesports to learn more about NCAA eligibility requirements. We are all part of a community. We all play a role in keeping our community safe. While you're watching the game, keep an eye out for suspicious activity. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities. Together, we can protect our community. And welcome to the 2025 NCAA Division II Men's Lacrosse Championship at the Nolley Family Athletic and Intramural Complex in Tampa, Florida. Today's semifinal championship game features the Maryville University Saints versus the University of Tampa Spartans. The NCAA, University of Tampa, promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect, it's the name of the game. And now, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Bogstad. Number 35, John Charlton. Number 37, Zach Johnson. And number 48, Cody Cordier. Midfielders, number 5, Justin Simonson. Number 7, Colin Tobias. Number 11, Jake Levy. Number 16, Dagan Carlson. Attacker, number 10, Shea Rayburn. And goal, number 45, Dylan Radke. Head coach of the Saints is Scott Stark, assisted by Keith Methune and Derek Radke. And for the University of Tampa Spartans, the defenders are number 33, Jack Huntington, and number 41, Gordy Gombo. Midfielders, number 6, AJ Pascarella. Number 8, Dom Ratura. And number 22, Conley Stone. Attackers, number 4, Ryan Kemp. Number 13, Jackson Bashaw. Number 20, Davis Lindsay. And number 27, Michael Flores. And goal for the Spartans is number 23, Connor Terrio. Spartans are coached by J.D. Clark, Ryan Sullivan, assisted by Ryan Sullivan, Jay Goldsmith, Scott Bramble, and Matt Henry. Today's officials are John McDay, Christopher Vahey, and Tyler Harriman. As a reminder to all spectators, please be alert at all times during today's game. Lacrosse balls can accidentally fly into the seating areas. Be alert to the action. The NCAA and the University of Tampa want everyone to have a safe and enjoyable time at today's game. Thank you.
Good afternoon from the Namole Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. This afternoon, the Tampa Spartans playing host to the Maryville University Saints in the NCAA semifinal for men's lacrosse. I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Gio Cerisier, as number 1 Tampa puts its 20-0 one-loss record on the line. And Gio, this is one of those games that if you can't get up for this, you probably shouldn't have even woken up this morning. And sunny it is. 90 degrees is our game time temperature. As we have the game's opening face-off, you see Tampa in all white and Maryville wearing black uniforms with white numbers. And Maryville controls the opening face-off and takes it down into the Tampa end of the field. They will be shooting against Connor Terrio, the Spartans' starting goaltender this afternoon. And that's Justin Simonson with the ball. Drops it back. And Zime, the pass over for Surratt. And to the other side it goes. And they'll send it deep in behind the Spartans' net. Back up top again to Surratt. Ball's on the ground, and nice job picked up there for the Spartans by Jack Huntington. So an early turnover by the Saints.
Yeah, I see that. The guys here putting up the field now.
It's Tommy Ortega crossing midfield. Ortega waiting. Some personnel changes will be made by both teams. And sends it over to this side of the field to Friend. Zach Friend across the line. Defense closes up nicely on him. They try the other side. And there's a long shot and a save made there by the starting goaltender Dylan Radke. And the Saints quickly back the other way in transition. A shot coming and getting a stick on it was Tommy Ortega as the shot was taken by John Charlton. Saints maintain possession. And Tobias up top. Koval sent it over and gets it back. Playing catch there with Jake Grebe. Over now for Anderson. Anderson, a pass in front, was knocked down. It's going to go out of bounds. And possession stays with the Saints. We're just approaching the 2-minute mark of this opening quarter. Koval with it. tries to get around the defender, A.J. Pascarella, and can't. Sends it behind the net, and they'll try it back up top again.
Saints passing around nicely here.
Shot clock at 24. They work it down low and almost double teamed with Simonson's shot, and that one may have hit the goalpost. Terrio with the outlet pass, and here go the Spartans. And a long shot coming, and wow, what a save by Radke on the shot by Desi Arup. And back and forth action as the Saints go down the other way. Quick passing in front, oh, and dropping it. It goes wide of the net. Nate McClaskey had a golden opportunity. And now the Spartans take over. And Gio, these two teams did come to play. Wow, end-to-end action here. To the near corner, and now the dangerous Ryan Kemp. Try the other side of the field. And up top it comes, and they'll reset with Grant Green. Green across the Maryville line. Green retreats. Away goes Zach Johnson one-on-one, and a nice job by the defender to slide over and help. We'll go to the far side of the field. And the stick came up, play carries on, no call by the ref. And looking for some help is Jackson Bashaw. Ryan Kemp from the corner. Kemp, pass out in front, missed everybody. And they'll battle for it at midfield. And this will be Saints ball.
That is Justin Simonson right now for the Saints.
And now Clayton Surratt, as he waits for one of his teammates to step on the field. Does, but goes to this side instead. Try the far side. And up top, nice checking by the Spartans on Surratt. There's a pass and a long shot coming that goes wide and out of play off the stick of Ben Mickett. Restart from the corner, and there's a shot that's high and out of play. You have to wonder, Gio, if these are opening game nerves or...
Might be that, or it might be it's just so hot out there. They're just throwing the ball around.
And you see the bump from Harry Boland, Spartans defender, and the cheer from the home fans, and the nice cheer. Yeah, Terrio with a great stop there. And so Tampa starts from their own end. Gordy Gombold, the pass up to Ortega, fights off a check. Ortega's being chased. And sends it over for Friend. And Gio, as you well know, this is an afternoon where conditioning is going to be important with the heat and the demand of something like an NCAA semifinal.
100%. I mean, this morning I ran 5 miles. And at 9 a.m. it was already 85 degrees, so I understand that.
And they score!
They score. There we go.
Zach Friend picks up the rebound and puts it in behind Dylan Radke. And the Spartans, 5 minutes, 32 seconds into the game, take a 1-0 lead. And the replay, Friend was, you might as well say, in the right place at the right time. Very opportunistic there as he got it past Radke, who had gone down on the initial shot. And now the face-off at midfield. Won by Michael Flores, keeps it himself, the pass, and Kemp thought twice, sends a pass into the corner, gets it right back from Lindsay. For those of you watching from a Maryville perspective, thank you, of course, and you will want to listen on the Spartan side for names like Davis Lindsay, who was the Spartans' leading point getter, 69 points in 19 games on 39 goals and 30 assists. And Ryan Kemp very closely behind at 63 points in 20 games. Up top, Johnson sends a pass over. Tried to get it in the middle to Sanchez. Spartans do maintain control though, although going down.
Right there.
Ryan Kemp.
Yeah, but the Saints pick it up. Working it back up the field now.
That's a frustrating turnover. Conditions have been so dry lately, it's not wet turf.
Not wet turf. Dry. Like I said, hot and sunny. And long stick #1 right now for the Saints, working it up the field.
Jerstead dropping it back to Carlson. And back go the Spartans the other way. There's Kemp potentially with a second chance. No, gives it to Rotura. Down low it goes to Lindsay. Behind the Saints net, pops out the other side. Davis Lindsay looks like he wants to back in. Now 2 defenders on him. And they've done their advanced scouting for sure. Loose ball, and managing to pick it up for the Spartans is Bashaw. Both teams caught making changes. There's a shot. Scores! AJ Pasquarello, wow.
What a goal that was. I mean, unassisted, being a defense, going around. I mean, that was a sweet goal, Bruce.
He beats Dylan Radke to the far side. And Pasquarello looked like a goal scorer on that one. Pasquarello only had 2 goals in 20 games coming into today. Looked like he had 20 goals with the way that he fired that one in with great confidence. Comes with 7:34 left in the first quarter.
When it's playoff time, you got to step up. And AJ did just that for the Spartans.
Nicely won by Michael Flores. Takes it in himself.
Right to the middle. Wow.
And the defender may have gotten a piece of that one, as Flores' shot did not get through. Spartans do maintain possession though. They work it to the far side of the field. Up top with it is Bradshaw. Bradshaw almost daring the defender. And now brings it down the near side, changes hands back, it goes to Friend. Friend over to the far side of the field. Ortega looks for an opening, and the defense stays with him. Down low, Friend, quick ball movement here by the Spartans, a good fake, and a shot coming, and a good save there by Radke. Dare I say an important save?
Very important save. I mean, Spartans are already up 2-0. Saints have to do something here. They want to get this game going for them.
Yeah, and to be on the road, to be playing the #1 ranked team, NCAA semifinal, they need that shot of confidence.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think the longer that it goes until they get on the scoreboard, the more that psychology starts to mess.
The more the confidence starts going down, and Spartans just want to keep taking over. So we'll see how they respond here with the defense.
Up top it comes to Sanchez. Over now for Green, and back to Sanchez again. Sanchez, a couple of moves, can't shake the defender, and is bumped, and the defender goes down, and they send it in behind the Saints net. Lindsay, and now a second defender comes over to help out as it goes in behind the Saints net once again. Pass to Lindsay, and a nice save by Radke.
Oh, wow.
Green went up as though he was getting a rebound in basketball. Saints managed to come out of the pack with it. Down it comes to Simonson. That's Trent Zemay, leaving it for Surratt. Surratt looking to the sideline, knew a teammate was coming on and gives it to him. That's Mickett just as he stepped on the field. And over here it comes now for Zemay. behind the Spartans net. And it's going to be a loose ball chased down.
Yep. I think that was intended for Simonson, but can he get to it? Now Spartans coming down with it now.
Yeah, it was good hustle by Simonson, but all he could do was keep it in play, and it went right to you, Tampa. So the Spartans with another opportunity. Radke has been busy. He's already faced 6 shots and 4 really good quality saves.
Really quality saves. I mean, that's what you got to do when it's playoff time. Got to show up, show out.
It's Ortega on the far side of the field. Taking it down behind the Saints net. Ortega almost slipped. Now sends a pass over, and another Spartans player went down, Zach Friend. You have to wonder if maybe the heat mixture with the dry conditions of this artificial playing surface is what's causing them to slip.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, when you're on the hot turf, and then not only that, but I know their cleats are probably smoking hot right now as well. So all the planting, all the hard stops, the hard turns. I mean, look at this, you know.
And for it being this early in the game and us to have seen as many players slip as have already, you have to wonder if those forces are working against them. Friend to the corner, pass in front, scores! Jackson Bashaw.
Scoring number 13, Jackson Bashaw. The
Great
assist to number
finish.
2, Zach Friend.
Might be a lot of falling, Bruce, but looks like Spartans are definitely controlling this game as of right now.
Jackson
About 3.5.
Bashaw came into today with a team leading 46 goals in 20 games.
Wow.
And set up very nicely for that one with 3:28 left here in the opening quarter. Should mention, great crowd on hand here today. And Maryville, your school travels well. It's kind of tough to tell the difference because Maryville has red as a dominant color. So there's a lot of red in the stands for both teams, but you can tell that the Saints fans are definitely representing here in person. A timeout has been called, and we will step aside as well and be back with more NCAA semifinal men's lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live following the Maryville timeout. Spartans have opened up a 3-0 lead. 3 different goal scorers. I mentioned that Zach Friend has a goal and an assist. I mentioned that Radke has 4 saves for Maryville. Connor Terrio has not been tested much yet. He's only had to make 2 saves. But Maryville has had 4 shots off goal. So for starters, they need to start hitting Terrio to try to find the back of the net.
Yeah.
And you saw the pileup there, and the official right on the spot, awarding possession to U Tampa. These teams did meet earlier this year, back on March 8th. That was a game played at Maryville, and as evidenced by the Spartans being unbeaten this season, U Tampa did win that game, score of 9-6. And it's kind of trending the way that one started. It was 3-1 Spartans at the end of the first quarter in that game, and it's 3-0 Spartans right now with 2:49 to go in the opening quarter. Kemp with a pass. Sanchez, nice job to pull that down.
Couple spin move from Sanchez and a shot saved.
Loose ball chased by one player from each team, and now Sanchez dives for it for the Spartans, but the Saints get to it first.
Simonson, looking what he's doing, passes it down.
Still looking for that first goal of the game. And to the far side it goes, and they'll reset up top with Caval. In comes McClaskey. Passes over instead. And they'll come back over to Caval.
Less than 2 minutes now. Up here at 1.
Behind the Spartans net it goes. And they'll go up top to Lucas. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, 30 seconds. Heading towards the net, Bladel sends it back behind the net instead. And they'll try the far side. Strong defense there by Brody Gombold. And a call against the Spartans, and so possession remains with the Saints. So still a chance for them to get on the scoreboard here before the first quarter ends. 1:25 on the game clock, and of course 80 on the shot clock.
They've got some shade now, Bruce, down there.
I was going to say that I don't think that they'll try to take this down to the quarter expiring. If you've got a shot, you might as well take it now.
I take it now. Oh, and
loose ball, and it goes out. And the officials say Spartans ball.
Well, they had a second chance, and a minute left. Spartans will see what they do here with it.
It's been 2 months since they played each other. Do you think they went back and looked at the video from that game, or said too much has changed by now? Let's look at video of recent games.
I would think they would probably did a little bit of both, right? Look at what they might have not done well in the first game when they matched up with Tampa, and then looking at what Tampa has done with being undefeated, you would think that they made some changes. But I mean, it's still early in the game. The Saints could still bring something different in the next quarter, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and certainly the Spartans would have watched video of Maryville comes in on a 4-game winning streak, so certainly to see what they've been doing, that's given them that success. Exciting win for the Saints to get here today, a 13-12 overtime win a week ago today against number 2 Limestone. And the Spartans try to get a late one, a nice save by Radke, and a loose ball backhanded wide. And the first quarter is going to expire, and they go into the break with the Spartans leading 3-0. We will be back with more NCAA semifinal men's lacrosse after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
Get on your phones and scan the QR code to play.
Sun. Back live here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. I'm Bruce Wozniak alongside Gio Cerizia. Gio, the road has not been easy for Maryville to get here. I talked about that 4-game winning streak. They won 2 games at home, and they won 2 games on the road, one of them in overtime. Now here they are on the road again. They're really working to advance through these NCAAs.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on the road, you got to know your opponent, right? So know your opponent. You have to adapt to each game. And as each game goes on, you can kind of see that Maryville has been able to succeed. And that goes with teamwork, that goes with, resilience and confidence going into another stadium, taking over, right? So you got to think that, being here in hot Florida, they're going to think the same thing and hoping that they could, be successful as well. So, it's good to see them here, Obviously, they've worked hard and done what they have to do.
And it can't hurt that they do have a very supportive fan base that travels with them, that they are from St. Louis, and here they are all the way in West Central Florida, and supporters in the stands for them.
Yeah, you gotta love the friend, you gotta love the family that comes out and supports you. You can't do anything without them, right? So it's great to see how many people they have here.
So 3-0, and I had mentioned 3-1 was the score after 1 quarter in the game these two teams played back in March at Maryville. Spartans in control here against what has been a very busy Dylan Radke, the Maryville goaltender, as the pass goes back to Zach Johnson. Johnson, no shot, sends it behind the net. Here comes Lindsay. Lindsay can't shoot. Great credit to the defense, and they score from way outside Grant Green, and that might be the solution because the defense is playing so well, they're not giving him any chance to shoot from in close.
Yes, it's to number 13, Jackson Bashop.
And Green fires that one from way outside.
Yeah, the Spartans are starting out hot right now. Saints have to come up with some type of plan here to give him a stop. It's looking like it's not happening though.
Yeah, yesterday on this very field, we had the University of Tampa women's lacrosse team that really came on so strong that Florida Southern finally said, well, let's make a goaltending change to see if that shakes things up for our team, and it didn't. And here, you can't fault Radke because he's been playing tremendous.
He's been playing tremendously right now.
Sloppy play at midfield. The Spartans come out of the pack with it. Harry Boland gets it up ahead. Kemp holding it. Drops it back for Aaron Cho. And now skipping across the line, McDonough. And looking for some room is Bomstad. They'll send it back, and now it comes over to this side of the field to Cho. Cho puts his shoulder down and runs out of room, goes into the corner, and now plays it back for Kemp. Kemp tries to sidestep the defender. Nice shot. Radke saw that one all the way. And the Saints initially just looking to gain midfield. They do. Carlson. Pass there for Grebe. Grebe fell down.
Yep.
And so Charlton holds it. Surveying the offensive end of the field.
Jordan to Marshall.
Marshall looking over to his sideline. I think he's anticipating personnel change, and I do see Marsheets waiting to come on the field. It's in behind the Spartans net though. And there's Marsheets who had just stepped on a quick pass and thought they were going to do a give and go. A shot there that goes out of play. And again, Gio, another shot off goal.
Yeah, at this point, Saints are trying to put something in the net. They gotta somehow find a way to beat this Spartan defense, but they've been playing pretty well right now. So.
Long shot coming and wide and out of play off the stick of Charlton. And the Saints are going to have to move quickly now because the shot clock is down to 12 seconds. Marchitz stepping out, fires a pass over. And did Terrio knock that one down himself? It looked like he intercepted the pass. Wow. Helping his own cause. Great play there as Leonard goes away for the Spartans. Over now for Bashaw. And behind the Saints net it goes. That's Lindsay back there. And aggressive play defensively by Cody Cornier. And a spin move there by Bradshaw, and the score!
Bruce, now 5-0. I mean, what do you think is going through the Saints' head right now?
It's kind of like in baseball or softball. They got to provide some run support.
Yeah.
You know, because their goaltender is what's keeping them in it, as strange as that sounds for a 5-0 game. And I think you got to get back to fundamental lacrosse and have this mindset of shots on goal, shots on goal, shots on goal. Not shoot the ball.
Right.
But shoot the ball could translate to shots off goal.
Shots off goal, yeah.
So I think shots on goal has got to be stressed right now by their head coach, Scott Stark. Faceoffs, by the way, are 4-2 in favor of the Spartans, and now 4-3. So they are giving themselves a chance. I'm referring to the Saints. As you see, Rayburn bring it down. A little flip pass now for Simonson. Simonson takes it far outside. Up top it goes to Zime. And that's Surratt. Surratt wants to go one-on-one against Rasmus. May have gotten a step on him. Nice pass. And trying to get through was Zime. And credit the Saints for keeping control here of this possession. And there's a low percentage shot, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I know what the intent was by Mickett. He certainly wanted to get his body all the way around.
Yep.
There's a shot in the goal by Clayton Surratt.
Yep. So the Saints finally get on the board now. 5-1 to the Spartan lead still, but I mean, Bruce, to travel all this way, you'd have to think that the game plan was not to go down 5-0, but they finally got on the board, and now maybe they can build some momentum off of that one goal.
And that goal was from way outside.
Way outside.
So even if you tell yourself, let's work from the outside in and try a few more like that. If you can screen the goaltender, they found a way to beat Connor Terrio. They need to build off of that. Incidentally, ground balls to this point, Maryville has picked up 6, and the Spartans have picked up 13. So another area that Maryville can work on, that hustle stat.
Yeah, 100%.
Around midfield, Grant Green gives it to Johnson. Johnson being watched by Connor Clancy. Johnson a pass into the corner. Kemp dropped it and able to pick it up.
Couple checks now on him too.
Some good pressure there by Tyler Jerstad.
Yeah.
A long stick. Up top it goes. Sanchez looked like he wanted to shoot. And again, nice defense. Great pass and a great goal by Jackson Bashaw. Boy, the Maryville defense was working awfully hard.
Yeah, you know what they say, good defense with better offense. That was a play right there.
That's exactly what it was. Credit Maryville. They were really, really putting great pressure on the Spartans. And a great pass, a great finish. And the 5-goal lead is restored with 8:49 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, quick goals back-to-back from both teams, you know. On one end, the Saints getting their first goal, and then Spartans respond right back with their 6th goal. I mean, they came to play today, as you can see.
Shea Rayburn for the Saints, Michael Flores for the Spartans, and I was about to say Saints are going to get the face-off, but just went past the stick of Carter Bees. And they do ultimately award possession to Maryville.
That's Greeby now. He's doing some juke moves.
And the defender goes, oh, Greeby looked like he wanted to shoot.
It looked like, I thought he was going to.
And of course, you know those instantaneous decisions,
Yeah.
they look a lot easier to make from up here.
Yeah. Every decision is crucial at this stage of the playoffs, so.
Greeby looking for an opening, puts his shoulder down, bumps there. Braden Crumey, and that one will be chased down just in time.
Yeah, dangerous pass, but Saints recover.
Good hustle by Bladel to get to it. 30 on the shot clock for the Saints, and running out of room was Surratt, so they go behind the net, and another Saints goal.
Okay. So Saints are definitely getting more comfortable now, you know, passing around, getting some shots in. 6-2 right now, so Spartans still got a pretty good.
77, Brendan Bladel.
Brendan Bladel with the goal.
The assist, number 5, Justin Simonson.
And Simonson with the assist comes with 7:47 left here in the second quarter. So after the Spartans won the first quarter 3-0, it's 3-2 so far in the second quarter. It was 2-1 in the second quarter total when these two teams played each other back in March. And the score was 5-2 at halftime in favor of the Spartans. And the Saints with another opportunity here following the faceoff. Bobbled and now picked up by Chorlton. Drops it back.
To Greeby now. Looking around, spotting around the field.
A lot of personnel changes being made by head coach Scott Stark.
Yeah, Briston, maybe that's what they needed. They needed, you know, maybe a little bit of change to get some points on the board, and it's been working.
There's a pass into the corner. Simonson. Up top it goes, and now over for Greeby. Quickly to this corner, and that's Lucas. Quick pass behind the net. Working his way out in front is Anderson. Good ball movement here. Oh, dropped.
Oh.
And two of them race for it. And Caval is able to get there in time. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Caval takes it all the way down in behind the Spartans' net. Two defenders, and do they cause a turnover? The Spartans, they do. I think the Spartans kind of said, we've woken the sleeping giant. We need to put them back in hibernation.
Yep.
Loose ball, and sticks get up. The Spartans come out of the pack with it. It's Kesselring, and I believe we're going to have a timeout called by Spartans. And we will take a timeout as well and be back with more NCAA semifinal men's lacrosse after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
Free of charge.
Back here following the timeout by the Spartans. And the temperature here in Tampa is 91. The feels like is 99. And Gio, I imagine it feels like even more than that on the field.
Oh yeah, when you're playing on the field, you can definitely add about 5 degrees to that.
And yesterday, I had mentioned before that we had the women's lacrosse game here. Yesterday's game was scheduled to start at 3, and they rescheduled it to an 11 a.m. start time because there was a record high forecast, and for player safety, they wanted to get that game in before that had a possibility for that heat record to be broken. Spartans in the meantime with the ball here with 5:33 left in the second quarter. Lindsay double teamed, and a nice job by the defense causing the turnover. That was Tyler Jerstad that knocked it out of his stick.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of turnovers, the Saints have 7, and that last one made Spartans for 3 turnovers. So, I mean, Saints, man, got to keep the ball in the stick right now because turnovers are definitely hurting them when it comes to getting points on the board now.
Surrett looking for a shooting lane, and it's denied on a good play defensively by Pascarella. Send it in behind the Spartans net, and now back over to Surrett again. Up top it goes for Mickett. Mickett got it right back from Zime. Tries the far side, a pass back, and Terrio pulls down another one. And you talked about how important these possessions are, these opportunities to get a shot, whether it's ground balls or face-offs.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, I just mentioned Saints have 7 now. That makes it 8 turnovers for them. I mean, you gotta be smart with the ball, man. I mean, it's crucial at this point in the playoff game, man. If you can't take care of the ball, the odds of winning go down way low. So
here's Zach Johnson for the Spartans. Johnson, long shot, scores. Zach Johnson drills that one past Dylan Radke, and the Spartans have a 7-2 lead with 3:56 remaining in the second quarter.
So a turnover turns into a goal. I mean, you gotta think like, wow, we have to take care of the ball right now.
Yeah, and it only makes these face-offs that much more important.
Yeah.
You need to get the ball as much as you can, and as I said, ground balls and face-offs, those are your opportunities to go get the ball.
Right now. Yep.
Face-off will be Flores, and that was Shea Rayburn. And that face-off is won by Tampa.
Yeah, and now it makes it a 6-5 face-off win. Tampa with 6 face-off wins right now.
But if you're Maryville, you're encouraged that you're, for all intents and purposes, even on face-offs.
Yeah.
Just need to convert those.
Gotta convert those. Gotta convert those.
So the Spartans now with a 5-goal lead and 3:17 to go here in the first half. This is Cho. Behind the net to Ortega, or excuse me, that's Kemp. 4, not 1. Kemp being watched, looking for an open teammate. He sees Lindsay, can't get it to him, gives it to Cho instead. Nice spin move by Cho. Wrong hand though, had to send it to Kemp. And cutting in the middle, shot, goal. And good patience by Ryan Kemp. And finally Connor McDonough, the cutter that was left open.
Oh man, Maryville right now just has to do something with this defense.
And you see here the spin move by Kemp, and there's McDonough in the slot. As I said, nobody on him for Maryville. And this is a Spartans team that once their offense gets going, they're averaging just under 14 goals a game, and they're past halfway to 14, and there's still 2:46 to go in the first half.
Yeah, they're definitely on pace for that, and UT wins it again on the face-off. That makes it a 7-5 face-off win
Kesselring gives it to Lindsay. The other side of the field, it goes to Kemp, almost telling his teammates, let's settle it. Let's get some fresh troops out here.
Yeah.
And really no rush at this point with a 6-goal lead and just over 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Yup.
And unless you have a golden opportunity or unless your mindset is, let's go for the jugular.
Yeah, right. Just throw him down right in the dirt. But Saints come up with a good stop there, and looking to see if they could maybe score a goal before the end of the second period right now.
It's Backer on the pass over for Grebe. Grebe takes a shot and scores. I don't know that Connor Terrio was ready for that shot. A good decision by Grebe.
Yeah, I don't think we were ready for that shot. I didn't see that one coming. That was a sweet dinger right to the net. I mean, wow, that was good.
Fires it over the right shoulder, and you see Terrio is watching him, but almost before Terrio could even get set to react to the shot, Grebe fires it past him. And so a 5-goal deficit now for the Saints with 1:54 remaining in the second quarter. Flores out there for the faceoff for the Spartans. And for the Saints, that was Shea Rayburn again. Rayburn calling for it. And now they see him and get it to him. Rayburn flips it back, and I believe we have a timeout being called by Maryville. So we will step aside once again and be back with more NCAA semifinal men's lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live here in Tampa. I'm Bruce Wozniak alongside Gio Cerisier. And the Saints, let's see what they drew up during that timeout. I'll go ahead and be Captain Obvious and say they would love to get one more goal here before halftime as they send it over to the far side of the field. And down.
Well, that's definitely what they drew it up.
Fano. So the Spartans go across midfield and now to the Saints line. It's Bashaw. To the corner it goes. Bashaw up top now. Friend over for Ortega. And gives it to Johnson, who just stepped on the field. Zach Johnson, who does have a goal in this game. And this one gives the appearance as though the Spartans are going to try to run the clock all the way down.
Yep. I mean, that's what I would do. Comfortable lead, 8-3. About to go into halftime.
And I imagine that if they're going to take a shot on goal, we'll probably see when the game clock gets to, well, let's see, there is 7 seconds difference. There's only 15 on the shot clock, so I was going to say in about 5 seconds from now. Pass in front, and Lindsay wanted to try the backhander behind the back, and Friend takes a look up at the scoreboard, and head coach J.B. Clark calls a timeout for the Spartans. There's only 6 seconds left on the shot clock and 14 on the game clock. So clearly, J.B. Clark wants to make sure that the Spartans get a quality shot off in those remaining 6 seconds of the shot clock to try to get one more goal before halftime.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Going into the halftime with 9-3 lead, that's a pretty good confidence booster with the rest of the game. So if they can get it off, that would be pretty good. But Saints definitely have to make sure defense is on them and not get an easy shot up. You would think they'd be, in the mindset of no easy shot, but we'll see what happens.
And I think that J.B. Clark is showing respect to Maryville by saying, as much as I trust my players that they can make these decisions out on the field themselves, I want to call a timeout and make sure we have this absolutely right, because we do only have 6 seconds.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, it should be good. We'll see what Maryville comes up with on the defensive side, but it should be a good ending.
We've put 1 second back on the shot clock.
So now only 7-second difference between the shot clock and game.
But I would think that Coach Clark would tell them when it gets down to 2 seconds, for example, as opposed to, we have 1 extra second.
Right.
So they're going to start it here in the near corner with Zach Johnson. And there's the restart. Johnson has it knocked free from his stick. So as you mentioned, Gio, let's see what the Saints have defensively, and a huge play for them.
Yeah.
As that one sails out of play.
Oh, they did what they had to do.
And the horn goes to end the first half, so the Spartans lead it 8-3. A little bit more offense in that second quarter as the Spartans outscored Maryville 5-3 in the second quarter. Sets up for what should be an exciting second half here on the NCAA semifinal between number 1 Tampa and the visiting Maryville Saints. I'm Bruce Wozniak. We will be back with the second half after this 15-minute halftime. You're watching TampaSpartans.tv.
Experience betting-related harassment. Help the NCAA draw the line and visit ncaa.org/drawtheline. Did you know that more than 50,000 student athletes compete in NCAA?
Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Gio Cerisier, and getting ready to start quarter number 3 with the Spartans leading 8-3. Jackson Bashaw with 2 goals for the Spartans, otherwise all single goal scorers, and of course 3 different goal scorers for Maryville. And then on the team side,
Yeah, and on the team side, I mean, for ground balls, we have the Spartans been able to recover about 20, and the Saints have been able to recover about 13. So, I mean, pretty good statistics on both sides here. Let's see if the Saints have come up with a game plan to kind of maybe slow down the Spartans rolling into the start of the third.
14-7 shots on goal in favor of the Spartans, and faceoffs are 8-6 in favor of the Spartans. The winner of this game will go to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, to play for the NCAA championship title against the winner of the game that's currently being played in Garden City, New York. That was also a 1 o'clock game. It's number 2 Adelphi against number 5 St. Anselm. And at halftime, their score is 8-7 in favor of St. Anselm. And the Spartans trying to get there. And as you see on the signage at that end of the field where they're shooting at, they would love to get a second national championship. And there's a shot and a save by Radke. As the Spartans looking to add to this 5-goal lead. That's Ortega with the pass. And Gio, you have to wonder if at halftime, maybe the Saints talked about the fact that the Spartans have beaten them on a lot of outside shots.
Yeah.
Try to limit those.
Yeah, I mean, you saw there at the end of the second, you know, the Saints had a game plan, they had a great stop. And they and Spartans shoot and score. I mean, you know, they're scoring from many places. The Saints has got to really double down right now and lock in, because the game's on the line right now. I mean, starting with a quick score to start the third.
That's Rafe Bradshaw with his 2nd goal of the game. And that's exactly what I was referring to, is those goals from outside. If the Saints could solve that, it might start limiting the Spartans' opportunities, and then they have to convert, as we've said over and over throughout the broadcast, on face-offs and on ground balls.
Face-off, ground balls.
And putting shots on goal.
Face-off, ground balls, and no turnovers as well.
They've had as many shots off goal as they've had on goal.
Yeah.
Which is 7 on and 7 off. And so here they are working, trailing now by 6. And there's a good look and a nice goal, a bounce shot by Ben Mickett.
That was a nice play.
And you know, there's always this joke in the game of basketball that the bounce pass is legal. And in that case, I think maybe Terrio is expecting a shot up high.
Yeah.
And instead, Mickett fools him with the bounce shot. And so credit Maryville for answering right back.
Right back. And I mean, and that's what they need to do. You know, they got to score, they got to put some points on the board, and they're now down 5 still, but still a lot of game to play.
And instead of Michael Flores, Jordan Naso is the other Spartan who will oftentimes take faceoffs, and he took that one. As you saw, Maryville come right in. Shea Rayburn, their faceoff specialist, although his shot was off goal. And Maryville with possession nonetheless.
Yeah, Maryville needs to keep winning his faceoff if they want to climb back into this game right now.
Down the far side they come. Nobody open in front. And so Surratt takes it all the way behind the net. Now they go up top. And a shot. It goes wide now to play off the stick of Jake Grebe. Grad student from St. Louis, where Maryville is located. And this will be Surratt putting it into play. And there's another outside shot. That one from Caval. 34 still on the shot clock for Maryville. And going down was Caval. And they battle for the loose ball. Neither team able to possess it yet. It goes out of bounds. And what does the official on the far side say? Tampa ball.
Another sloppy turnover for the Saints. This is exactly what you don't want to do. Down 5.
And I believe that with that turnover, that will put them in double digits. Has not been updated on live stats yet, but there it is now, 10.
Yep, 10 to Spartan 5. So Spartans have been taking care of the ball pretty well here.
Sanchez looked like he was going to shoot, opts to take it in behind the Saints net, comes out the other side, goes down, and I think the fans wanted a call, but the official says play on, and possession to the Saints. And their fans happy with that call, obviously, on their feet.
Yeah, I feel like every time we give a team credit for not turning the ball over, they turn it over. So Spartan now have 6 turnovers to a 10 from the Saints.
Eli Backer, he'll head off the field after he stays out there, dropped off the pass for Trent Zime. And Zime looked to his sideline, anticipating personnel change, and now outsteps Chris Anderson. Anderson, a freshman from St. Louis, tries to turn the corner, and a nice job by Pascarella to deny a shooting lane, and it's deep in behind the Spartans' net. Looking for an open teammate. Anderson sends it up top instead for Zime, and they try the other side. Grebe ran out of room and now works from the far corner. Pass for Lucas, sends it behind the net. 15 on the shot clock. And now the Saints, well, they needed some urgency, and instead they threw the ball away, and the Spartans pick it up. Quick ball movement by the Spartans. In front, they score. Some great passing there by Tampa.
Yeah. Quick decisions made by the sloppy turnover by the Saints.
Yeah, and there you see on the replay, Ratura with the finish. And exactly 5 minutes into the third quarter, it's a 6-goal Spartans lead. And, a lot of times, and I don't want to concede this by any stretch of the imagination, so please don't misunderstand me, but a lot of times in sports after a game, you'll hear a coach saying, hey, let's give credit to the other team. And I think what we're seeing is the Spartans are saying, hey, we're ranked number 1 for a reason.
Yeah.
You give us golden opportunities like that, we're going to bury those chances.
Oh, 100%. Especially with turning the ball over. I mean, that was a pretty easy shot for the Spartans to get in there.
And then similarly, a great save there by Terrio. As you see a call, however, against the Spartans. And they say defense wins championships. And Terrio has played well. As much as we've really built up Dylan Radke in the game that he's had, Connor Terrio has been there when the Spartans have needed him. And now here comes Maryville. And knocked from the stick of Grebe, and away goes Harry Boland. Quick pass. And a nice job to settle things down by Jackson Bashaw as he gives it to Kemp, who sends it in the corner to Lindsay.
So start of the half, I mean, already 3 turnovers for the Saints, Bruce. I mean, I don't think that's what they wanted to happen here, but it's what happened. Like you said, defense win games, and Spartans are definitely playing really good defense right now, putting pressure on the ball, getting those ground balls as well.
The Spartans came into this game with a 7.35 team goals against average, and Maryville 8.72. So we did not expect this to be of a 18-17 variety. Big check put on Bradshaw there. Long shot coming by Ortega, hits the goalpost, and that's going to bounce out of play on the far side of the field. The official signals for the shot clock reset, and possession remains with U Tampa, as this is Tommy Ortega over for Friend. Now Bradshaw, and another Spartans player goes down. Friend picked himself back up. Kemp from the side of the net now. Fights through a check, sends a pass across to Ortega, bounce shot, and that one's going to go wide and out of play. I think the Spartans took a page from what Maryville did.
Yep. Try getting by their own game there.
Davis Lindsay was about to put it back into play. However, we have a call being made.
To number 1, Tyler Jerstad, 30 seconds for interference.
Tyler Jerstad of Maryville, 30 seconds for interference. And so an opportunity with the Spartans here. First extra man opportunity of the game for either team.
Yeah. Let's see if they can make something out of it.
Friend. Back over for Ortega. That's Jack Spears. Quick pass over for Ortega. Fires it, and Friend. That one went wide and out of play. They tried to get him before Radke could slide over. And just 5 seconds left in the penalty against the Saints. Back to Spears, and up top, and look out, Friend, and a nice job by the Saints to cause the turnover as they returned to full strength. Bees dropped it back. Quick passing by the Saints, bounce shot, they score. And how's that for a turn of events? Some momentum, they kill off the penalty, they caused a turnover.
Yeah.
It's in the net at the other end of the field.
And right to a goal, yeah. I mean, that was great play by the Saints. I mean, really good ball movement, and they got what they wanted. So
yeah, you have to like the efficiency, the quick passing. And now 10-5 with 7:15 remaining in the third. And Flores back out there for this face-off for the Spartans. And that was Shea Rayburn once again for the Saints, and this is him with the ball. Now for Simonson. Over goes for Grebe. Grebe to the far corner. He'll be chased now by Huntington. So they go up top instead. Mickett sends it back over. Surrett lost the ball and picked up by Huntington. And those are the kind that will give a head coach fits.
sloppy turnovers.
And away goes Ryan Kemp. Kemp, a senior, they will miss him for sure. Zach Johnson gets across the line. Pass, long shot coming, they score! Grant Green, believe that same player scored from the same spot before.
I think he did, and that must be his lucky spot because that was a great goal, and now the score is 11-5.
And you see there, he had a lot of room. Saw it all the way.
Yeah, and Spartans are definitely taking advantage of these quick goals off of turnovers that they make down there. So, yeah, the Saints got to take care of the ball, and they're definitely not doing that right now.
Grant Green, Rafe Bradshaw, and Jackson Bashaw all have 2 goals each for the Spartans. Knocked down, and a nice play there by Jordan Naso. Sends a pass across. It's into the stick of Bashaw. takes it to the far corner. Lindsay over here now for Kemp. That's Bomstad. And over now for McDonough. Connor McDonough, a grad student from Moorestown, New Jersey. He's hoping his team will get up to, might as well call it his part of the country, the Northeast, but with Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, hosting the NCAA Men's Lacrosse Championship for Division II. Kemp, being watched in the corner. Ryan Kemp can't shake the check. Now gets a pass away, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be turned over. Bringing it up is Chorlton. And a pass that gets deflected, goes out. The fans came prepared today, and they knew that the sun would be hot, and there are just umbrellas everywhere. Great fan support here in the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. And why wouldn't there be on a beautiful Sunday and a chance to see NCAA semifinal action? The last appearance in the stadium for the 2025 season for the Spartans, win or lose. As the home team goes back the other way, Rasmus crossing the Saints line. Drops it back for Leonard. Shane Leonard waiting. Shane Leonard, another senior on the team. Tommy Ortega starts his move across the Maryville line. Ortega puts his shoulder down and now sends it behind the net, gets it right back. Ortega tries to get around the defender. Up top it goes for Friend. Looking at Ortega and opts instead to drop it back for Bradshaw. Bradshaw's chase, 18 on the shot clock. That one's going to go wide and out of play. And now the official gives the go-ahead on the restart. Spartans need to be mindful. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Friend fires a pass over to Lindsay, misses it, and they'll let that go as the shot clock will expire. Lindsay went down and took a minute to get up because he was looking to the official, wanting to get a call. Nothing there. And so the Saints go back the other way. And now a flag thrown. We're going to have a call here against the Spartans.
Yep, looked like Fran might have crossed the line there.
Mickett sends a pass over. That's Surratt. Surratt being watched by Boland. Gets the pick from Bladel. And up top it comes for Mickett. Inside, and that one kept in play behind the net by Simonson. Up top now, this is Tobias. Caval trying to get around the defender.
Spin move of Caval.
15 on the shot clock, by the way. And coming out in front, and Terrio didn't even see it as the Spartans pick up the rebound, but they'll have to sort out this penalty flag as there's 1:56 left here in the third quarter. And I always like to make the point, Gio, that it is in fact an offsides penalty to Zach Friend, a 30-second call. I always like to make the point that when you're on the wrong side of a score like this, you need to score as many goals as you've scored already to this point in the game, +1, just to get the game tied.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give Maryville their due, but eventually time is not going to be on their side.
Yeah, I mean, we have less than 2 minutes now in the third. It's going to be tough to come back in the fourth, but...
Nice passing and a nice goal there. Simonson, they score 14 seconds into the penalty, and the Saints cut the gap to 11-6 with 1:42 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, they were given an opportunity, like you said. They had to score. Well, they have +1. Well, now they got to score just 5.
If you throw away that first quarter, it's quote-unquote only been 8-5 Spartans in the second and third quarters combined. So Maryville is hanging with them. They just need to tilt the field and start getting a few more to go in and rally around the great goaltending that they've been getting from Dylan Radke. And that was Naso, and
they've been winning.
Face-off,
Face-offs.
Face-off won again by Rayburn for the Saints. So they'll get at least one more chance here. Try to cut it to a 4-goal deficit before the end of the third quarter. You'd almost think that they would work quickly and try to get a goal right away and then preserve plenty of time for one more before the end of the third if they can continue winning these face-offs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, face-offs right now are 12-8, with Saints with 12, so some good defense there.
Down went Grebe, carries on, pass in front, and trying with the follow-through was Zemay unsuccessfully, but it does roll to his teammate Surratt. 49 seconds to go in the third. Surratt falls down, loose ball, and there's a shot by Tobias that goes high and out of play. He was taken down. It'll be put back into play by Justin Simonson, a junior midfielder from Prior Lake, Minnesota. Racing from behind the net, sends a pass way up top. Quick passing, and a collision there. And a loose ball, 30 seconds, there's 10 on the shot clock. Saints need to get one away here, and they do, and Terrio stops it. They reset the shot clock, but the Spartans get possession, and Terrio whips that one. Now he sends it up to midfield to Boland. Boland up ahead. 8 seconds on the game clock. There's a shot and a save by Radke and a pile up in the goal crease. And Radke launches that one, and Terrio pulls it down right as the third quarter expires. So things getting exciting here, and there's still plenty of lacrosse left, 15 more minutes to go. Spartans have an 11-6 lead after 3 in the NCAA semifinal for men's lacrosse. We'll be back with more after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
LG, Marriott, Nissan, Pizza Hut.
Back live and updating on the out-of-town scoreboard, since the winner of this game will play the winner of the Adelphi St. Anselm game that's currently going on. Adelphi has scored 2 goals after having been down 8-7 at halftime. Late in the third quarter, Adelphi is now winning 9-8. We should give those schools their due. Number 2, Adelphi, and number 8, St. Anselm. Winner of that game will play the winner of this game a week from today at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass, for the NCAA Men's Lacrosse Championship for Division II. Right now we've got an 11-6 Spartans lead, and starting the fourth quarter, Michael Flores out there to take the face-off for the Spartans. And how about that, as it's won again by Rayburn for Maryville, and down they come and behind the Spartans' net.
13 face-off wins now.
Grebe sends it up top for Zemay. And his teammate Ben Mickett just stepped on the field, but instead he opts to give it to Surrett, who had also just stepped on as well. Surrett takes a shot and scores! Clayton Surrett gets his second goal of the game. He also has 2 assists. And the Saints cut the gap to 11-7, just 36 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, great play by Surrett, unassisted goal. That's what they need to do for a start of the fourth quarter. Now only down 4. I mean, like you said, Bruce, if you take away the first quarter, the score is only, what, 8-6 right now? Or 8-7? Yeah, 3. Yeah, it would be 8-7, technically. So, yeah, Saints have been able to stay in it right now. And let's see if they can build that goal. And won again by the Saints.
Wow, and Rayburn stopped by Terrio. Rayburn won the faceoff and took the shot himself. And Maryville, no quit in this team, as they're scratching and clawing their way back into it.
What are your thoughts on that shot selection right there?
Thoughts on that
last
shot selection?
By the face-off.
Although we got a flag on the side of the field on the far side, we're going to have a call against Maryville. This is going to be a test for the Saints here, depending on what this is, how much time they're going to have to kill off on a penalty. I think for Maryville, your shot selection has got to be of the high percentage variety. Get into the prime scoring areas, something like what Rayburn had there, winning the faceoff, and you might as well call it a breakaway if you understand the spirit with which I'm saying that. In other words, don't just shoot for the sake of shooting, with the exception being the shot clock's about to expire and you just got to put something on the net. All right, so it is just a 30-second penalty. Luke Charlton, 30 seconds for offsides. Nonetheless, still an important 30 seconds for Maryville to try to kill this off, if not cause a turnover.
Yeah.
Spartans have it in behind the Saints net. And they score. The Spartans convert 12 seconds into the extra man and restore the 5-goal lead. Jackson Bashaw gets the goal. And Davis Lindsay with the assist. That comes 2:05 into the fourth quarter. So a penalty that comes back to hurt the Saints. And it's going to start with Shea Rayburn and another important face-off. As this has been a game within the game, watching these face-offs.
Yeah.
Flores for Tampa. And Flores comes out with it this time. Although, wow, 3 Saints players. And look at Flores fight past all of them. A loose ball, however. And let's see what the official calls. He says a push against the Saints. So possession to the Spartans. Wow.
Wow.
And That strength and conditioning right there for Michael Flores.
Yeah. Battling through all those defenders, making sure that UT still gets the ball.
Kemp up top for Johnson. Over now for Ronan Sanchez and back to Johnson again. Johnson across the Saints line, a pass down low, it was missed. And racing out of his net to get it is Radke. And sends a pass up ahead. Here goes Carlson.
To Greavy.
Maryville, even though the game clock says 12:05, they really got to show some urgency. Needing a bushel of goals. And it's just about as hot as can be down there. Our temperature is 91 and the feels like is 101. So some tough conditions in this Florida sun. And looking like he wanted to shoot was Mickett. Sends it behind the net instead. Over now for Surratt. Missed and chased down by Mickett. Does get there before it rolls out. Tobias.
15 on the shot clock now.
Caval trying to turn the corner. Looked like he was going to shoot. Wants to, now he does. And that one goes out of play. It was off goal. So they need to do something quickly with only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. In front.
Oh, wow.
And not able to get the shot away. Nice try by the Saints as the Spartans come back down the other way. Kemp. I don't know that Ryan Kemp ever leaves the field.
I feel like he's been on it the whole time.
Now up top it goes. And this is Bradshaw over for Ortega. Ortega had some room, thought he might have shot, gets it right back. And up top to Bradshaw again. Bradshaw skips around the defender, puts his shoulder down, is met by another Saints player. It's missed, and it'll be chased down by Friend and goes out of bounds. So it's turned over, and a chance now for Maryville, trailing by 5 with 10:13 to go in the fourth quarter. That's Bladel. And up top now for Zemay. Chris Anderson and now Marsheets. Back over to this side for Zemay. To the corner it goes. Quick passing by the Saints. That Simonson goes down in a heap. And the officials blow the play dead and say that the Saints have called a timeout. So head coach Scott Stark wants to talk things over. We will take a break and be back with more NCAA semifinal men's lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement
Back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex following the timeout by Maryville. And they do have possession. And putting his shoulder down and breaking in was Surratt. And now there's a pass that's going to go out of bounds. And so this will be turned over. Out of town, Adelphi has scored again. They now lead St. Anselm 10-8. We'll continue to keep an eye on that game as it relates to who advances to play the winner of this game. Meanwhile, that's Kesselring sending it into the corner for Lindsay. To the other side of the field for Kemp. Now over for Sanchez. Sanchez across, stops at the Saints line. And this is Sanchez essentially playing catch at this point. Gets it back once again.
It's a Green.
Green, who we've seen score 2 outside goals, almost identical. Kind of almost expected him to shoot from there.
Yep.
Do you maybe do that to fool the other team? Someone who's been scoring from outside, all of a sudden try to get him in down low?
Yeah, I mean it's a good smart plan, right? Try to play some mind games with the other team.
Of course, I guess there's a lot of psychology because there's also the mindset of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if Green is scoring from out there, let's keep giving it to him.
Yeah. Oh, player down. Who's that? Sanchez on the ground.
And let's see, as the athletic training staff comes out there. And a scary moment here. And always good to see the respect from the other team as you see all the members of the Saints. Their helmets off and taking a knee. And now they're just going to give the training staff the room that they need to do what they need to do. It's been a storybook season for the Spartans. Still amazing. They are undefeated throughout all of 2025, 20-0. And at the same time, you tend to think, well, they're the favorite, but what it really does is put a target on their back for all these games. And Sanchez is up, which is a good sign, although you do see there that he is being helped off. And certainly I can see that it's his right leg. So a tough loss there, as he is still not to the sideline. Maryville, I mentioned early in the broadcast, they came into this game with a 14-4 one-loss record. We're about almost halfway into this quarter, and we've only had 2 goals by the 2 teams combined, 1 for each team. Play resumes, and there's a loose ball and picked up by Maryville. And wow, there's some physical play there.
Yeah, and ground ball is picked up by Maryville now. Oh, shot to the middle.
And he's able to keep it in. And now we have another Spartans player, perhaps.
Yeah, it looks like there's a...
Is he cramping or is he injured there?
Something with the hamstring looks like.
Play is carrying on. This is Ryan Kemp immediately below our broadcast location. That's down on the field. And even a photographer trying to get the officials' attention to point to what's going on. So Ryan Kemp, I had half-kiddingly said, does he ever leave the field? Well, now he is. You see him trying to jog off as a member of the athletic training staff tends to him, and now Kemp stopping. And he is having some trouble there.
Looks like maybe some type of cramping issue he's got going on as he's trotting off the field.
So Ryan Kemp leaves the field. In the meantime, the Saints with the ball. 7:31 to go here in the fourth quarter. And time, you might as well say officially a factor at this point, given that they need 5 goals just to tie it. Ball goes in behind the net. Simonson sends it to the other side. Now back over here with Mickett. And Terrio, that will be his 9th save of the game, which actually matches Dylan Radke. Long pass. And the Saints unable to take that away. Opportunity was there. And now this is Lindsay in the near corner. Not surprisingly, Gio, I feel like the physicality level has picked up as this game has gone along.
Oh, yeah. As time goes on, it's quarter by quarter, each team starts to get, starts to realize, like, okay, one of us is going to win and one of us is going to lose. And I think we kind of see that Maryville is starting to put pep in their step right now, learning there might only be 6 minutes left to their season.
Yeah, and I guess you could make an argument that the more the game goes along, the more you see what the referees will let you get away with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but now 2 offensive players out for the Spartans.
Kesselring almost had the open net. Radke got back in time, a loose ball, and it is picked up by the Saints. And I'll say it again, they need to move quickly. Less than 6 minutes to go now.
Yeah, Carson now bringing it up the field.
Pass over for Bladel. Bladel waiting. Some changes being made by both teams. And Bladel losing precious time, dare I say, as now it's in the stick of Mickett. Back to Bladel again. Bladel on the run. No shot opportunity, sends it behind the net. Now trying to come out in front was Tobias, and they'll work it back up top again. There's a pass and a shot right away, and Terrio got a piece of that one. A good look at the net for Justin Simonson. Terrio stopping that one. On the restart, Bladel. That one's going to go out of play. They do have a fresh shot clock after the shot I had referred to by Simonson.
That's now about 5 minutes left to play.
Spartans also, I should mention, in being 20-0, 13 of their 20 games have been played here at home. So they have really developed home field advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, having that home field advantage is huge. And having it for those for 13 games, I mean, you see the crowd here, a bunch of love, a bunch of support from the fans and family, so.
I mean, 3 games might not sound like a lot, but when you hear 20 games, unfortunately, you make the assumption, is that 10 home, 10 away? Those 3 extra games to play 13 here. A nice save there by Terrio. And now the Spartans have started up a long pass. Attempted shot on goal, actually, as Radke was out of his net. And Pasquarella saw that. And instead, here come the Saints now, back the other way. When you're up by 5 goals this late in the game, you can try that if you're Pasquarella. This is Caval, and a pass over to the other side. And an opening, a pass in front. Terrio knocked it down. Chris Anderson for the Saints. Terrio on the run, and he goes down.
And Terrio out of his net. Oh.
And now Terrio is down. It looked like Connor Caval in the collision with him.
2 flags out now, and players are getting a little scuffly right now.
Terrio seems to be okay, being escorted back to his net by a couple of his teammates. And right now the official talking with Connor Caval, who I mentioned seemed to be the one that got tangled up with Terrio. And I do see Terrio picking up 2 flags here. Let's see what the call or calls plural are. This all coming with 3:48 left in the 4th quarter. And it does look like Connor Caval is over in the penalty area. three officials you see talking with each other just outside the Tampa line near a flag that's still on the field. And we just finished talking about the level of physicality and how it's increased.
Yeah.
Some of it, you have to wonder if the Saints are maybe starting to lose their composure, the frustration.
Yeah.
They've played such a great road game. They know that everything's on the line here, the winner going to the championship game. And then when the referee does let you get away with as much as they let him get away with, you end up seeing something like what we just saw with Terrio.
Yeah.
And the goaltender also at the same time, once he's out of his net, you got to expect someone from the other team can and will.
To attack at you and try to get the ball out. Yep.
And J.B. Clark, Spartans head coach, more or less out onto the field looking for an explanation, and now he's getting it. And as I mentioned, Connor Cavall is over in the penalty area already, so we're just waiting for the official word. And meanwhile, out of town, Adelphi, who had been down 8-7, is now leading 13-8. And they've got just under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter of that game. So Adelphi starting to pull away. And Adelphi, only the Spartans are ranked higher in the nation than Adelphi.
Yeah. And Adelphi, correct me if I'm wrong, but they did win the championship last year, correct?
Well, this is a potential for what people would argue should be. It should be number one against number two, but the old cliche, that's why they play the games. So we have calls for each side. 1 minute to Cavall and a 1 minute unsportsmanlike conduct against Davis Lindsay of the Spartans. So interesting. And of course, Lindsay coming to the aid of his teammate, his goaltender, but the officials are still going to see it as unsportsmanlike. And so one player short on each side, and with 3:48 to go, we appear almost ready. It looks like on the far side of the field, one of the officials is still talking with Maryville head coach Scott Stark.
Yeah, these are crucial minutes now for the Saints. They got to put some stuff on the board.
And the Spartans fans chanting, "Let's go defense." Two officials talking it over, and Ben Mickett right away calling over Brendan Bladel, wanting to have a quick word. A couple of sophomores. And they're both from Minnesota. And the official going back on the far side of the field once again to talk to the scores table.
A correction, both penalties are non-releasable.
Both penalties are non-releasable. And now we're ready to resume. Bladel has the ball here on the near side and does give it up top to Mickett. Back to Bladel. Bladel tries to get past Harry Boland. Pass down low, and Terrio able to cover that up. They were trying to get it to Colin Tobias on the goal crease. And here come the Spartans. Boland crosses midfield. Down to 3:15, 25 seconds in each team's penalty. And way out of his net, Dylan Radke, the goaltender. And so the net is wide open.
I guess they're trying to play extra defense now. 3 minutes left.
Wide open net if the Spartans can get a shot away, and now a flag being thrown. So this is going to be against the Saints. And Radke trying to get back into the goal crease, and does. And so things going from bad to worse for the Saints. as the Spartans, 13 on the shot clock. They might as well kill the whole shot clock, and then at the turnover, at the change of possession, have the call, penalty call. And it looks like that's what they're doing as the shot clock, there's the buzzer, shot clock expires, and so we'll get the call here against the Saints, and just 2:15 remaining. And not to start to write the eulogy, Gio, but you know, Maryville again, a great road game against the #1 team in their stadium, an undefeated #1 team. And Maryville never showed quit.
No, never. They kept trying to climb back, but like you said, you know, the Spartans were the answer as well, and they played a great game of defense. And you know, I mean, as a #1 ranked team in the nation, we can see why they are.
A 30-second holding call against John Chorlton for Maryville. And I don't know that you even really, if you're the Spartans, need to try to score on this possession.
Yeah, just take care of the ball.
You know, Maryville, despite being down a man, is going to give chase and is going to try to pressure.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it's just keep away and let's kill off the clock.
Yeah. We see the crowd cheering now. They know that their Spartans are going back to the championship. So
Ortega, some pressure on him. Nice little spin move. And 10 on the shot clock. And the goaltender Radke almost playing more like a defender at this point. There's a shot that goes out of play as the shot clock expires. So 75 seconds left in the game, and you're exactly right. The fans sensing now that the home team is about to lock in their place in the NCAA championship game. The players excited on the far side of the field for the Spartans. Maryville is going to give it one more go here, and they're actually going to call a timeout. So head coach Scott Stark is going to take one final timeout. We will do the same as well and be back with more NCAA semifinal men's lacrosse after this break on TampaSpartans.tv. And we're back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. Exactly 1 minute to go. Maryville's timeout is over. The teams are back out on the field. And Bladel puts it back into play from the far side. Up top with it, Surratt. Surratt up top it goes to the other side. Pass in front and a shot. And Terrio with a save and pumps his fist. Celebratory save by Connor Terrio. We don't see that very often. Terrio runs it up himself. A long shot at an empty net. Radke, I don't know where he was. He comes over and actually picks it up himself. And this is Radke on the run, the goaltender. Radke at midfield lobs it over now for Eli Backer. And Radke playing up, even getting back to that. And there's a goal by the Saints. They race in. That was Eli Backer, and with 15 seconds remaining, Maryville makes it 12-8.
Lake Quarter goal. but a little too late, I think. Bruce, 15 seconds left on the clock. I don't think they can come back from this one.
And I think the Saints might be happy to get that goal, though, after Terrio
With the fist pump. Yeah.
fist pump after making the save. And actually, that gives the Saints the lead in the quarter. This, if it holds up in these last 14 seconds, this will be the first quarter that they've actually won in this game. Although Naso wins the faceoff and comes in, takes a shot, it goes out of play. Radke goes back after it. 5 seconds left. They put it back into play. And hold on, we've got a Maryville player down. So the final 5 seconds, we'll have to wait just a moment. This could be another cramping issue, perhaps. And picked up is Zach Johnson of Maryville. And he goes off. And now Carlson waits for the official's whistle to put it into play. There it is. He just walks it in, and the horn goes. The Tampa Spartans have defeated the Maryville Saints 12-8 and have advanced to the NCAA championship game to be played 1 week from today in Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, against the winner of the Adelphi St. Anselm game. And the fans on their feet here congratulating the home team as the Spartans celebrating on the field and keep their record perfect at an amazing 21-0.
Yeah, that is quite amazing, Bruce. I mean, great game today by both teams, truly, but yet as being ranked as number one team, they showed out today, and they proved why they were number one.
So the final line score, 0-3-3-2 for Maryville, 3-5-3-1 for UTampa. Final shots on goal were 21-20 in favor of the Spartans, and the Saints, in a moral victory, did win in the face-off category, 14-10, but unfortunately, too many turnovers, 19 by the visitors and 15 for the home team. The ground balls finished up. Maryville had a total of 32, and the Spartans with 35. So we hear a lot of stats there were close, and it's fitting that it was 12-8 because even though the Spartans had leads of 5 a couple times, you never felt that Maryville was really out of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, turnovers definitely hurt them a lot. Every time they turn the ball over, it feels like the Spartans would score right after. So, I mean, if they could have kept the turnovers down, maybe the outcome could have been different. But like I said, they're the number one ranked team in the nation, so they proved why they were.
And as much credit as we gave all game long to their goaltender, Dylan Radke, he finishes with 9 saves. How about Connor Terrio finishes with 12?
Wow.
So as we say, defense wins championships, and it starts in lacrosse with the goaltender out. And Terrio was there for them today. And they'll look to him one more time as they go up to Foxborough next week.
Foxborough, Mass. Should be a great game. Did Adelphi end up winning?
We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. In the meantime, Jackson Bashaw finishes with 3 goals today to lead all scorers on both teams. The Spartans also got 2 goals each from Rafe Bradshaw and Grant Green. And meanwhile, Adelphi is a minute 39 away from wrapping up what is currently a 13-10 win